what's up? I'm Spark, a Super Smash Bros. Melee player for Ultimate Esports, and today we're going to be doing fan or ban, which basically means we're going to list something about the game, and I'm going to say if I'm a fan, meaning I like it, or ban if I dislike it. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first one is box controllers versus Goom Waves. So long story short, the answer for me is ban. Because I think in the current state of box controllers and Goom Waves, I think they're a little bit too strong. I think box controllers sort of paved the way for that, where like Goom Waves, basically the code was made a little too powerful because box controllers were already that powerful. So like being able to just pivot unbelievably easily, dashing out of crouch, 1.0 dashes, ledge dashing without any risk of fast falling, things like that, I'm not a huge fan of. And I think in its current state, it probably needs to be nerfed to some amount in order to basically be what my standards are. Is I would like it to be like the perfect vanilla GameCube controller, and all the other controllers should basically serve to try to behave like that and not anything more than that, you know? So, yeah. The next one is banning FD, and I personally think FD is fine. I think it's definitely a polarizing stage, the most polarizing stage there is, but I do think it is still a neutral stage. Like, there's not going to be some, like, random luck factor where, like, something flies out of the sky and kills you like other Smash stages, but, yeah, I think it's completely fine, especially in a game where there's not much, beggars can't be choosers. We have very few stages, and I think that FD is really not that bad. I think it's fine that Spaceys lose to Marth on it, for example. Like, I think those characters, it's fine to have a hard stage once in a while for them, And, yeah, even Sheik has, like, problems with, like, FD and Stadium against Fox and Falco, specifically, more particularly Fox, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of FD, so I guess I'm a ban for banning FD. Yeah. The next one is freezing Randall, and I definitely don't think Randall should be frozen, so I guess that's ban for me. I think Randall is good because it is completely not luck determined. Like, I've memorized the timer, the tens digit needs to be even for him to come out on the left side and odd for him to come out on the right side. And when the singles digit is 4, that means he comes out. And when the singles digit is 9, that means he goes back in. And so it's very easy to predict. Once you get the hang of it, you get a feel for, like, instantly just one glance on the clock, and you'll be able to tell if he's going to come out, if he's going to go back in, what side he's on, all that stuff. And that's a skill that I had to develop, and I think it's an interesting skill, an interesting way to think about when you compete. And I guess, like, there is an argument for, like, oh, sometimes you're playing on stage and nobody's paying attention to the timer, and sometimes it just happens to be that, like, Randall is there on at a certain point in time, and then you get lucky in that way and it saves someone. But I think, like, there's enough counterplay and there's enough ability to anticipate it that it's definitely not a big deal. So yeah. The next one is to standardize port priority to make each port throws the same as if you threw them at port 1. And regardless, either if it was port 1 or port 4, I still don't think it should be standardized. And the reason why is you get an advantage of being port 4 in terms of throws, but you get an advantage for being port 1 in terms of, like, if you grab at the same time, if you grab the ledge at the same time, if you just perform any action at the same time. Well, unless it clanks. But, yeah, and so there's a benefit to one port also. Like, port 1 spawns way earlier. You get to be actionable earlier because for some reason port 4 spawns way later. And, like, there's a few benefits to being port 1 and there are a few benefits to being port 4. And just standardizing one of them isn't really fair, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm a fan of port... No, I'm ban for ports... I'm banned on the standardizing. Yes. Yeah. Bans in best of 5. Now this is one that I could see myself being a fan of, but I haven't thought about it very much, and I've seen people talk about it. I've seen it be the standard for Leffen's tournament Levo, and I've heard mixed reviews. I haven't thought about it much at all, but it does seem like it would be very beneficial as a Sheik player, because pretty much every set I play against a space animal, I'm going to have to play on FD and Stadium, unless it's a best of 3. And that's really rough, and I mean, I'm fine with it, but I think it would be nicer if I could just ban one of them. So I guess I'm a fan, but yeah, I'd have to actually try it out first. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope it was fun. See you guys next time, I guess. Bye-bye.